How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Leg Slapper for all things professional wrestling. And today we are going to discuss the much maligned Jey Uso versus Gunther at Wrestlemania 41 build. If you look around on the internet for a little bit, it's not hard to see that people really aren't jiving with the whole Jey Uso Gunther thing. But the interesting thing is that no one really seems to be able to pinpoint a single reason why the build isn't working. A lot of Jey detractors simply say that he's a catchphrase in an entrance and he can't back it up in the ring via storytelling or in-ring work. I would say you're clearly wrong. Look at the main event of WrestleMania 39 for an example of why you're wrong. So we know that Jey Uso is a good wrestler. We know that Jey Uso is a good storyteller. We know that Gunther is obviously a good wrestler and a good storyteller. We know that Jey Uso is very over with the crowd. So what is the problem here? It seems like everything is right. Well, the problem seems to be the story that they are telling with Jey Uso and Gunther. The WWE has made some serious missteps in this build. One of the biggest mistakes seems to be the choice to put Jey Uso kind of on the same side as the Alpha Academy, who most people view as comedy wrestlers and jobbers. I think they were going for like the big deal Jey Uso is protecting the little guy, but I don't think it quite came across that way. And if you're like me, you probably didn't like that people like Akira Tozawa and Otis, who, while great wrestlers in their own right, were contending with Gunther, the guy who's the world champion, when these two guys really aren't anywhere near Gunther. But then you have other people who just don't like Jey, and they don't think that the build's been good. They think that Jey's a bit of a botch machine, whatever. And you know what? Maybe some of those people are right. But the thing is, I think WWE has actually figured this whole storyline out. I think they know exactly what they're going to do. I think they know exactly how they're going to get fans invested in this and how they're going to make this the best possible build it can be, even if it still isn't really a main event worthy match. And the key, that secret, no, it's not WWE trying to be like, well, look, yeah, Jey Uso's been off the past couple of weeks. It's not that. I think the WWE is, unfortunately for Jimmy, going to be feeding Jimmy to Gunther. Now, what do I mean when I say that? If you watch the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw, you'll have seen that Jimmy gave Jey a bit of a pep talk, being like, no, you can't beat Gunther right now, but you know who can? Jey Uso from a couple years ago. He was a bad guy, and oh man, would he have made Gunther look like a baby. So we had that little pep talk there, but then we get the moment that is the real important moment of the segment. Jimmy goes up to Gunther, challenges him to a match on Raw next week, and slaps him in the face. Now, throughout this build, we've grown to expect that if Gunther's disrespected, he's gonna disrespect you pretty hard. But do you know what Gunther did in response to Jimmy slapping him? Virtually nothing. And while that may seem like a weird decision, I think it was genius, because I think on Monday Night Raw, Jimmy is going to be obliterated by Gunther. Not only do I think Jimmy's going to be obliterated by Gunther, but I won't be surprised if Ludwig Kaiser ends up coming in as well to either assist with the beatdown of Jimmy or to hold Jey back while Gunther demolishes Jimmy. I think if I'm right here and the WWE has figured out their plan moving forward, they're going to write Jimmy off of TV and storyline because they're going to have Gunther absolutely powerbomb him probably a lot of times. I wouldn't be surprised if Gunther powerbombs Jimmy a couple times, puts him out with a sleeper hold, and then powerbombs him some more. I think the thing that we're going to get on Monday Night Raw is the utter destruction of Jimmy Uso, the thing that lights the fire under Jey Uso. And yes, while this build has not been good, I am not excited for this match at all. If Gunther absolutely lays out and destroys Jimmy, I'm in it because I know Jey will be there to absolutely tear Gunther apart. And like I said, it's even better if Jey tries to make the save, but he can't do anything. Imagine it. Think about it. You're sitting there, your twin brother's getting the beating of his life, and there's nothing you can do. That is exactly how you get people invested in Jey Uso. That's exactly how you get people invested in this match. Because if Gunther absolutely obliterates Jimmy, well then that's it. All the gloves are off. There's no reason for Jey to hold anything back. Whatever mental block he seems to have, like he's like Spider-Man or something, can't shoot web anymore. Jey will then have nothing but fire. And at that point, we should see Jey taking it to Gunther. We should see Jey making Gunther regret being involved in this matchup so that we can have this, oh my God, maybe Jey can do it moment. And I'm not saying that Jey needs to take it to Gunther so much that he's beating him out, laying him laid out, and he's got the title and he's celebrating every night. I'm just saying we get Jey a bit more fire, and I would even keep having Gunther beat him down because we need Jey to look like he's not going to win. But what we need to do is show fire. So if Jey continues to get beat down, but he's doing a little bit better. If Jey continues to get beat down, but this time he reverses. Gunther's going for a powerbomb and he slips out of it and he hits him with a super kick. There's so many things that we can do here to improve the Jey build, and I think it's all about to come from this one little moment. This one moment that is going to be fixed in time. I think it's going to be the thing that maybe not fix is the right word, but I think it's going to really add a lot to this build. I think Gunther will destroy Jimmy Uso on Monday Night Raw this coming Monday, so be there. And then I think we're gonna actually get into the real build between Jey Uso and Gunther. Or, maybe they'll do something crazy out of left field. Maybe they'll do an injury angle with Jey and then Jimmy has to take the spot. Also, it would kind of be hilarious if Jey cost Gunther the match and then Jimmy beat Gunther, but Jey still hasn't beat Gunther. There's so many fun little things that they can do here. But yes, realistically, I think Monday Night Raw is gonna be the last time that we see Jimmy, at least until WrestleMania 41. But that's all I have for today. This is just a little quick one. Let me know what you think about the Jey Gunther build. Do you think that there's a way that it could be made better? Do you think it's fine as it is? And maybe try and let me know why you think it's as good as, maybe a Cody Rhodes versus a John Cena. I'd love to hear what you think. I'd love to hear about your thoughts for all the builds at WrestleMania. So let me know any of your thoughts that you have down below. And I will see you in the next Leg Slapper video for some more professional wrestling.